Shalom everybody. In today's video, I'd like to reveal the secret of Malkuth, the secret of the first gate, and the secret of this world and the soul in it. So with that being said, let us begin. So we'll begin by understanding where Malkuth is on the tree, and that is at the very bottom. It is the final of the Sefirot, and it is called a shining mirror because it reflects the order of all of the upper lights above it. And we can immediately learn something about this. We can see in reality that what we are observing are absorbed and reflective light. An example, everything that we behold around us via color might not actually be that color. Rather, what we are observing is white light blanketing everything, or a spectrum of lights blanketing reality, and the objects we are observing are only absorbing and reflecting certain lights in that spectrum, which allows us to see something in one way and other animals to see the exact same thing in another way. An example, another color. The Zohar states the following regarding the first secret of the earth called the witness. And about this secret meaning it is written, what, or ma, shall I take as a witness to you, and what shall I liken to you? What is the secret of Malkuth? Because when the temple was destroyed, a voice came forth and said, what shall I take as a witness for you, and what shall I liken to you? This witness is the secret of, I call heaven and earth to bear witness. And this means that using what I shall witness about you each and every day since the ancient of days, as it is written, I call heaven and earth to witness this day against you. What shall I liken to you? In the very same manner I crowned you with holy crowns, and made you ruler over the world. As is written, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? I have called you Jerusalem, built as a city that is compact together. What shall I equal to you? Just as your situation is here, so it is seemingly above. And so we find that what is the secret of the witness and likeness of the divine. And the reason for this is that Malkuth, an example reality, reflects the order of all of the upper lights. Thus it is said to be a witness and a likeness of the divine, because inside of Malkuth is the reflection of all of the upper orders, being a mirror that reflects back all of the lights that it receives. Thus all of the lights are to be found inside of Malkuth, and thus she is both a witness and a likeness to these upper orders. Now that we have a general understanding of these things, we need to understand what as a witness means, reality as a witness. For there is an upper wisdom and a lower wisdom. The lower wisdom refers to, and the earth was established with wisdom. That wisdom refers to this reality, which is both a witness and likeness. And the wisdom or chokmah above is the secret of a potential. For the wisdom above is the mystery of potentiality, and Malchus down below is the secret of actualization. And the entire purpose of creation was to bring potential into actualization. And for this reason, there is an upper wisdom and a lower wisdom. Of this, Shlomo HaMelech said, I asked for wisdom, and behold, it was far from me. For Malchus, an example reality, actually ascends higher than all of these other sphirot, and is to be found in a higher place. The reason why is because all of the other sphirot represent in particular attributes. An example, wisdom and understanding, strength, etc. However, Malchus reflects the order of all of the lights. And because it reflects the order of all of the lights, it finds itself as a much greater and far superior partsuf. Thus it is said, a woman who fears God, and also woman is the crown of her husband's head. This woman refers to Malchus, and she ascends to that place called the crown, an example, Keter. For the highest lights fell the lowest. And so Malchus is called Ani, but it ascends and rises up to the place called Ein, and is alluded to in verses such as, I will lift up your name, an example, Malchus called name, above the heavens, an example, above Zeranpin, called heavens, which are Chesed, Gevurah, Tifres, Netzachot, Yisod, O Elohim. Malchus is called a stone, and so we find Malchus is at the foot, should you dash your foot upon a stone. It's at the heart, an example, Tifres, of which it is said, I will remove your heart of stone and give to you a heart of flesh. And again, Yaakov, who is the personification of Tiferet, lifts up that stone, an example, Malkuth, and placed it under his head, an example in Da'as, under the head referring to Keter, Hokmah, and Bina. Rosh contains the letters of Asher, an example, Echeya, Asher, Ehiyeh, which refers to Hokmah, Keter, and Bina, and underneath the head is Da'as. Thus, when Yaakov had the dream, it says, Yaakov placed a stone under his head. And when he awoke, he erected a pillar in that place, that is to say, the central column. So we find that Malchus ascends up the center column. Now, the upper wisdom is called potential. And because people strive after this upper wisdom, which is the secret of potential, they become lost. Thus, Chokmah has the numerical value of the word zona, meaning a whore, because everyone prostitutes themselves with this potential. They get lost in the clouds, not grounding the teaching here in reality, which is both witness and likeness to the divine. An example, what can I take as a witness to you? What can I liken to you? I call heaven and earth to bear witness against you this day. Reality is the witness, but instead of being grounded in reality, we wander off into the secrets of potential. When we wander off into the secrets of potential wisdom, this is what is written, I asked for wisdom, and behold, it was far from me. And again, Chokhmah, or wisdom, has a numerical value of Zona, that is to say, the whore, because all who enter into her house become lost. That house is wisdom built her house. And because people get lost in the ideas of things, instead of grounding them here in the reality of things, to make a connection, the purpose of the Holy One, blessed be He, was to bring potential forth into actualization. And so what greater witness or likeness could there possibly be to the Holy One than reality itself, the manifestation? It also teaches us that here in reality, there is a manifestation for every potential. Because it reflects the entire order of upper lights, we call that the Adam Gadol, or the great man, or macrocosm. There too is in the Adam Katan, that is to say, the microcosm. And therefore Malchus is a witness and likeness because it reflects the entire orders of potential and actualization. Now we will address why Malkuth is called Eretz, earth, Nefesh, soul, Olam, universe, and Et. An example, Aleph to Tav, or the 22 letters. And this is because the 22 letters are also in the secret of the formation of our universe. For our universe was formed by that quality called Et. And she is called Earth because we are here on the earth. And Et, an example, the 22 letters, is what surround us. The mother letters personify the elements of existence. An example, energy, gases, liquids, and solids. We find that surrounding the earth are 7 visible planets moving in the sky. Those 7 visible planets moving in the sky are the secrets of the 7 double letters. For the 7 double letters equate themselves in Malkuth as 7 planets. And the 12 elemental letters thus equate to the 12 zodiacal signs. And so that we find that Malchus is called Earth. An example, it is the center point of existence in creation. And it is called Et. An example, this Olam, or universe, in which we find ourselves in our position here on Earth, was formed according to the 22 letters, the mother letters, the 7 double letters, which are the 7 planets, and the 12 elemental letters, which are the 12 zodiacal signs, and they too are also equated to these mother letters. An example, fire signs, earth signs, air signs, and water signs, etc. Thus we find that the soul, an example, Nefesh, was brought here to the earth, an example, this reality, or this Olam, which was formed by Et, an example, the 22 letters forming the entirety of the environment in which the soul would exist. Thus we can see why Malchus is called Earth, why Malchus is called Olam, why Malchus is called Et, and why Malchus is called Nefesh. And so we find ourselves here in the first gate, and this is the place where all reincarnation takes place. Regarding the word Gehinom, its letters are the same as Gan Ma, or the Garden of Ma. And from this, our sages said that a person stayed in Gehinom for 12 months. 12 months is the secret of this first rung, an example, the 12 zodiacal signs. And that Gehinom had 7 chambers, an example, the secret of the 7 double letters, which are the secret of the 7 planets. Because all forms of punishment are forms of reincarnation, which is precisely what Sha'ar al-Gilgalim states. For example, the boiling pit of excrement, in which the boiling pit refers to stomach acid, and excrement refers to that which is digested. And this is all according to the planes of correspondence, because some will manifest as hay, that is to say, the mineral, and some will as Vav, an example, the vegetable, and some will as the upper hay, an example, the animal, and some will as the Yod, an example, man. And so we find that the divine name Yud-Ke Vav-Ke corresponds to these planes of correspondence, and reincarnation comes about through them. And this wheel, this circle of the Nefesh, is the secret of Duma, and the sling in which he takes the stone, an example, the soul, through the hollow of a swing. And because this sling manifests these various different gates in which a person may be born, and so there are planetary influences to the times in which a person is manifested. These are the various gates that a soul enters in to this reality to be found amongst the manifest here on the earth. And the opening of this gate is called the gate of righteousness, from which it says, "Open to me the gate of righteousness." This is also called the gate of death, in which it is written, "And have the gates of death, or the shadow of death, been opened to you." It is also called the gate of Zion. And all of these mysteries are in this secret. And consider very carefully how the word constructed not only all of the upper partsufs, Aleph separates Mem from Shin, etc., and others, but consider how our entire universe is designed specifically by the 22 letters, and why we have a earth-centric existence, because Malchus is the earth, and so the Holy One, blessed be He, determined the earth for our existence, and designed it according to the 22 letters that revolve around us. And consider the higher mysteries of the 22 letters as they relate to the zodiac, the planets, and the elements. Consider how the soul is brought into existence in this place, and therefore Malchus is the quality of Nefesh. Consider how it is Olam, and why it is called Earth, and why it is called Et. All of these things, when brought together, reveal a much deeper matter. And from this, we have also learned the secret of the 12 months of Gehinom, which are the secret of the 12 elemental letters, the 7 chambers of Gehinom, an example, the 7 double letters, and the plane of its existence. If you guys would like to see a part 2 covering this particular video, then leave a comment down below and we will consider it. The main takeaways in particular from this video are why we have an earth-centric existence, why Malchus is called Eretz, earth, why Malchus is called Olam, universe, why Malchus is called Et, an example, the 22 letters, and why Malchus is called Nefesh, the soul. We derive from this that the earth was created by the 22 letters and the universe around it designed according to the 22 letters to provide an environment for the soul to incarnate. And we also learn secrets of its reincarnation and Gehinom. So with that being said, as David HaMelech said, open my eyes that I may behold the wonders of your Torah. Amen, everyone. Shalom and Selah.